I've lived here for several years without knowing that. That's a game changer when you're living in Italy. If someone had told me about them a bit earlier, it has changed my life. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make a little chit-chat video because Italy is a fantastic country and I talk a lot about it and just how beautiful it is and the food and everything and how great it is, but you know, there is stuff that matters, like the bureaucratic stuff and all other stuff that maybe I can share a few insights, my own insights with you, because you know, after living here for several years I've learned a bunch of things and today I'm sharing them with you. So if you're ready guys, let's get into the video. So the first life hack I wanted to share today is something that I myself have learned just a few years ago. I've lived here for several years without knowing that, but when I found it out, it has changed my life. So here's the thing, the postal offices in Italy actually have an important role. What I mean is that you probably need to get there for the bureaucratic stuff, or you know, to send a letter, to receive something, to pay for your bills, or to do a bunch of stuff. Although you can pay for your bills online, that's not really a life hack, that's just something that you should know. However, you might find yourself in need of going to the postal office quite often. And the worst thing about postal offices in Italy is that there are long queues. Literally guys, spending a day at the postal office is a thing here, and there is a life hack to avoid the queues. I didn't know that, and I've spent a few days at the postal offices during my first years living here, so don't make the same mistake. You can book the exact precise time at the post office, you can book your visit, and that's a game changer. You can do it either with the official app of Poste Italiane, or you can do it right from their website, so you don't even need to download any app. You just go right on the website and you choose the nearest postal office, the one you want to go to, and then you just book your visit. You just choose the time, you type in your email, you get your reservation on your email, and then you show up at that time with your email and just waltz inside, happy that you've avoided the long queues. Guys, trust me, that's a game changer when you're living in Italy. Knowing that you can book your visit and that you don't need to spend a long time waiting is fantastic. I highly recommend you to keep that in mind if you're moving to Italy, because yeah guys, bureaucracy is everywhere here, but there are ways to avoid it. One thing that you might hear quite often if you're moving to Italy is that you need to forget about the urgency and just, you know, forget about that notion. That is somewhat true, but not entirely. So my second life hack actually is about skipping the line. Once again, I know I'm an avid line skipper here in Italy, guys, I have to admit that. However, yeah, when you go to the medical center, it's not exactly a medical center, but you'll probably encounter this office at least once when living in Italy. It's called CUP, Centro Unico di Prenotazione. I hope it's that. However, you probably need to go there to make your health insurance, and then you might think that you need to get there in order to book your medical visits. It is true, you can do it through these offices. However, these offices, they always have so many people. They are fully packed at all times, and you'll need to spend hours queuing to book your visit. What you can do instead is going to the pharmacy, because most pharmacies also work as these booking centers, and you can book your visit through the pharmacy. Most pharmacies in bigger cities, and that's way quicker. You won't need to spend hours in line, you won't need to spend hours waiting, and you'll get your booking in a matter of a few minutes, which is definitely a better choice if you don't have time to waste. And I think that's your best option. Okay guys, it starts getting a little bit awkward because I'm going to share another tip on how to avoid people. That might look like I'm a very social person. I am not, I swear. I'm just a very impatient person and I hate waiting in lines, and I hate just moving around slowly when there are lots of people. So it's not about avoiding people, it's about avoiding lines and avoiding wasting your time when you don't have to. So my next life hack. Grocery stores in Italy could be very packed, as I think anywhere else, and there are obviously the peak hours, like in the afternoon after work hours, you know, where lots of people are there and just moving around a little bit slowly, choosing the products and making their purchases, but also in the mornings when there are lots of elderly people who go to the grocery store, and it can make your whole experience kind of slow. So if you don't have time to waste, and assuming you can pop in the grocery store during lunchtime, trust me, this is the best time to do grocery shopping in Italy, because lunchtime in Italy lasts from approximately 12:30 to 3 p.m. and most people are having their lunch at this time, so there will be virtually no one at the grocery store and you can enjoy it all for yourself, more or less, moving at the pace that you want to and just making all the purchases quickly. If you happen to postpone your lunch a little bit, or just hopping quickly to the grocery store to then proceed with your lunch and with your day without wasting lots of time, because this will absolutely save you time if you don't go there in the peak hours. Another topic that I was asked on multiple occasions to cover in my videos are the dogs. Probably they deserve a separate video, because there are lots of things I can say about Italians and their dogs and their relationships with dogs. In two words, Italians love dogs. And dogs are usually very welcomed here wherever they go, and people just love their dogs. And people love all other dogs. So I think, you know, if you're moving to Italy and you have a dog, your dog will be happy here. There are special play areas in most of the parks in bigger cities, but also in smaller cities as well. You know, you can find at least one park with a special play area for the dogs. And I think it's a wonderful idea if you want your dog to socialize with other dogs, you know, and for you to socialize with their owners. And other than that, if you are going to a restaurant, for example, to a bar to have some coffee with your dog, usually it will be offered some kind of water or even a treat based on, you know, the love the owners have for the pets, for animals. So I think it's definitely a very cute thing. And also, when traveling with your dog around Italy, you can take your dog with you on a train. So small dogs and cats can travel for free on all of the Italian trains if they're carried in their special carrier. However, if you have a bigger dog, it can travel with you as well. You'll need to buy the ticket for your dog, which will cost you half price, and you can travel at almost all times except for some time slots when dogs are not allowed on trains in rush hour. For example, from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday to Friday on regional trains, dogs are not allowed since there are lots of people and it's rush hour. And I think it's actually better for your dog not to travel on trains in that time, because it's quite full, and I've traveled in that time, I know what I'm talking about. So apart from that, you can travel with your dog wherever you want, and as I said, dogs are usually welcomed. You can go with your dog to most fun parks. Some museums, obviously, and historical places will not allow dogs inside, but other than that, dogs are pretty much welcomed here. Another thing to consider when moving to Italy and establishing your life here, settling down here, is actually a minor thing, but it can be a little bit annoying when living here full-time. The water here is very harsh, and I think this is a common thing for most European countries, but especially if you're coming from the US, where the water is way softer, sweeter. Here you will feel the difference, that the water is really hardish, but there are ways to alleviate somewhat this whole inconvenience. So first thing first, fabric softener is a must here when doing the washing. I highly recommend you to choose between a variety of fabric softeners and choose the one that you love and use it at all times if you don't want to damage your clothes. And another thing that you can do is actually buy a special filter for your shower that is supposed to make the water a little bit more nice to you and to your hair and skin. And I think it really depends on your personal preferences, but this could definitely be an option, just so that you know that water is hard here, and just keep that in mind when moving, that this could be a minor inconvenience, but it's nothing compared to the beauty of this country, you know. And that's it for today, guys. I know that these life hacks might seem irrelevant when moving first, when you have this bigger picture in mind. But trust me, these minor things and minor inconveniences and things that you learn when living here are what make your daily life easier. And I think this is really important to know them, because I know that I'd be really grateful if someone had told me about them a bit earlier. And that's why I'm sharing those with you. There are obviously bigger things to consider when moving here, but I think they're way more obvious. And these other things, they're way more subtle, and they are the things that you learn by living. And that's a constant trip between falling down and then getting up. That's what expat life is about. However, guys, I also have a second part of this video, so stay tuned. It will be uploaded next Thursday. I'll see you with part 2 of my life hacks of living in Italy in a week. And obviously I will share more, and I will concentrate more on the life hacks that might help you to save money when living in Italy. So make sure to subscribe if you're new here, hit the bell button so you don't miss anything, and don't forget to put a thumbs up, comment and share it with your friends so more people can learn these life hacks and just find out about my channel so I can make more videos like this and more travel videos. By the way, check them out. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for being here and enjoy your day.